versus Big Ten doormat during August.
Yeah.
But do you feel that at times that there's maybe a double standard, whereas Florida will go on the road and it just shows the balance of the SEC, how close the games are, and then you go and beat Michigan State. Well, they only beat a 4-4 Michigan State.
Yeah, and we've stretched out a couple wins against good teams, and through the years, I'm talking about through the years. The only thing I'd say there, I think, there's some legitimacy to some perceptions that are out there, but I think perceptions really get the percentage of. In other words, you get this perception out there that, boy, this is that much better than this. And I think if you really study things, it's probably the gap's a little bit narrower than the perception might be. And that's really the only observation I'd make. And I think that's just a general statement I'd make. Yeah, I think sometimes perceptions really, once people get on a bandwagon, it just blows out of there. And I think usually the gap's a little bit more narrow than people give it credit for.
You hear a lot of talk. There's always these terms. Right now, Indiana runs the pistol offense. Can you, in layman's terms, what is that? It's
the best way I'd say it. First time I saw it, and I guess it was invented in Nevada. Saw it on one of those Friday night games. They play Friday nights a lot. We're up in the hotel. You should kill a little time. But it's kind of a combination of these shotgun offenses with a downhill running attack. I guess that's probably the best way to state it. So the soup of the day right now is everybody in the gun with backs parallel to the quarterback, and this gives you a chance for the running back to be running downhill towards the line. Yet you still have the shotgun snap, so you kind of please everybody by doing that. I guess I don't know, but it's really got some good concepts to it. It poses challenges. Making light of it, but it's a good concept.
You also created kind of a wildcat.
Yeah, they've got a wildcat attack. They definitely do. That's kind of become a generic term too. But
right.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they have that element in there where the quarterback, the conventional quarterback's not the quarterback. Yeah, we got plenty to prepare for this week.
You mentioned the margin of error is thin. Do you talk about that with your guys that we have this thin margin of error and what that margin of error is for?
Yeah, and I mean we've been living it. We've been living it for 8 weeks for the most part. I mean we have tangible examples each and every week. I mean we've been tough ball games, and it gets back to the point earlier. Just about perceptions and all that. I mean. To me, whatever we're ranked right now, the difference between us and a team that might be ranked 20th is probably pretty slim at this time of year. So, again, just through experience, I don't get too hyped up about the rankings. And I haven't done this. I told you last week about the BCS standings, but I'm guessing if you looked at the top 10 from last year at this time, a lot of changes out there. And you look around college football. I got home after the trip this weekend. I can't just go right to bed, so I kill a little bit of ice cream and threw the TV on. And Florida and Mississippi State are 13 in the third quarter. I know Mississippi State's got a new coach, and I don't think the other guy left by his choice. It's one of those deals. So you got to think Florida's probably got a little better personnel right now. And I mean you're looking at a very competitive ball game there. If you just look at the Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Kansas State triangle from the last couple of weeks. So anybody to try to predict what's going to happen in a college football game, good luck. Just look at that little triangle right there, and that's, you'd have to be totally just, out of it to say, this is a guaranteed win. And, the other interesting part, I'm coming in yesterday, I guess it was, and I'm listening to the radio, I'll tell you, maybe it was after the game Saturday. And everybody's already looking ahead here a couple of weeks. And we've got 2 teams coming in this week and next week that were 1-2 against the last 3 years. So I mean, those are realities, and it's easy to start looking here and there, but we better worry about what's going on this week because we got our hands full.
Coach, last week Connecticut had to deal with the ultimate tragedy of losing Jasper Howard. It's a situation where, for a coaching staff and players, even if football's not a game,
Yeah, it's a situation I think everybody would hope they never have to deal with. And I went to Connecticut. It's we were talking in the office last week. I mean, stores. If you've ever been there, I mean, you would think. And I read afterwards, read or heard. I guess the reason he went to school there was he wanted to get out of South Florida. He wanted to be in a safe environment. So it's just, number one, it's the reality of where we, the way we live today. Nobody's safe anywhere. It's just unfortunate. And maybe it's always been that way, but I think right now, sometimes the way some people, the regard for life is not near what it maybe should be or ought to be. But that's sobering. It's just, it's so unfortunate. And there's a real human side to what we do, and it doesn't get any harder than that one. It's really tragic. So.
Is that it?